My name is Ruth. I'm 95 years old. And yesterday, I walked through my old neighborhood for the last time. The house I grew up in is still there. Different color now. Gray instead of yellow. There's a wooden deck where my mother's vegetable garden used to be. I stood on the sidewalk for a long time, just looking at it. A young man came out, maybe 25 years old, carrying groceries. He looked at me like I was confused. I wasn't confused. I was just standing in front of a house that used to hold my entire childhood. And he had no idea. He will never know that my father planted that oak tree in the front yard when I was 6. He will never know my brother carved his initials into the back porch railing. He will never know any of it because it doesn't belong to me anymore. It belongs to him now. And one day, it won't belong to him either. That's when it hit me. Really hit me. Everything I spent my life protecting, everything I worked for, everything I was so afraid to lose, it's all temporary. Not just temporary, forgotten. I don't know my great-grandmother's name. I don't know what she cared about. I don't know what kept her up at night, or what made her laugh, or what she was afraid of. She existed. She lived a whole life. And now she's just gone. Completely erased. And the same thing is going to happen to me. The same thing is going to happen to you. I worked as a secretary for 38 years at the same law firm. 38 years. I have a certificate somewhere in a drawer that says, Outstanding Service, 1975. I remember the day they gave it to me. I remember thinking I had earned something permanent. I remember feeling like I mattered. The firm doesn't exist anymore. It merged with another company in the 90s. The building was sold. There's a coffee shop there now. 38 years, and there's nothing left of it. Not even the building. My husband used to ask me to go dancing. We lived 10 minutes from this little dance hall, and he would ask me every Saturday night, "Come on, Ruthie, let's go. Just one dance." And I would say, "Next week. I'm too tired tonight." He died 9 years ago. I drive past that dance hall sometimes. It's been closed for years now, boarded up. Because what would be the point of going now? I spent so much of my life worrying about money, worrying about what the neighbors thought of me, worrying about keeping the house perfect, the children well behaved, the meals on time, my reputation intact, whether people respected me, whether I was doing enough. And none of it, not one single piece of it, mattered. I have a granddaughter. Her name is Sophie. She's 19. I asked her last month if she knew my mother's name. My mother, her great-grandmother. She didn't know. She guessed. She said, "Mary?" It wasn't Mary. It was Catherine. My own granddaughter doesn't know my mother's name. And my mother was a strong woman. She raised 4 children through the Depression. She kept us fed. She kept us together. And 2 generations later, her name is gone. So what does that mean for me? What does that mean for you? It means the things we think are permanent are not permanent. The things we think define us will not define us for long. Your house will belong to someone else. Your car will be scrap metal. Your job will be filled before your obituary is even printed. I'm not saying this to scare you. I'm saying this because I wasted decades being afraid of the wrong things. I was afraid of failing. I was afraid of looking foolish. I was afraid of losing money, losing respect, losing control. And because I was so afraid of losing those things, I never actually lived. I just maintained. I managed. I survived. But I didn't live. There was a moment. I remember it clearly. My son was maybe 8 years old. He asked me to come outside and look at something. He had found a bird's nest in the tree. He was so excited. He wanted me to see it. And I said no. I said I had dinner to make. I said maybe tomorrow. He's 52 now. He lives in Arizona. We talk maybe once a month. And I think about that moment all the time. I think about how I said no to 2 minutes of looking at a bird's nest because I thought I had something more important to do. I don't even remember what I made for dinner that night, but I remember saying no. That's what haunts me now. Not the things I did wrong, the things I didn't do at all. 100 years from now, nobody will know my name. Nobody will know I existed. The house I'm sitting in right now will belong to someone else. Maybe they'll repaint it. Maybe they'll tear it down. They won't know I lived here. They won't care, and that should terrify us. But it doesn't have to. Because if nothing we build lasts, if nothing we accumulate matters, if our names fade and our work disappears and our things get thrown away or sold for nothing, then what are we actually protecting? What are we so afraid of? I spent 60 years afraid of the wrong things. And now I'm here, 95 years old, sitting in a house that will not be mine much longer. And I finally understand. The only thing that was ever real was the people, the moments, the bird's nest I didn't look at, the dance I didn't take, the time I traded for things that don't exist anymore. If I could go back, I wouldn't work less. I wouldn't quit my job. I would just stop pretending that any of it was permanent. I would stop treating my life like a rehearsal. I would go outside. I would say yes to the dance. I would stop saving my life for later, because later doesn't come. It just runs out. I'm tired now, but if you're listening to this and you're younger than me, and you probably are, just think about it for a second. 100 years from now, everything you're worried about right now will be gone. The promotion, the argument, the mistake, the embarrassment, gone. So maybe stop protecting things that won't last and start paying attention to the things that actually feel real while you still can. That's all I wanted to say. If this made you think about something or someone, feel free to leave a comment. I'd like to know I'm not the only one who figured it out too late.